Welcome back. This week on KCAT, we are going over who the prom king and queen were and showing footage of the hypnotist that was at after prom. We will be letting you know about the art show that's Friday of this week. We have a new segment coming to the show called Music Mix-Up, and on Gabe's Game Recap, we will be getting scores from softball, baseball, soccer, and golf. I'm Reagan Williams, and KCAT News starts right now. Prom was last Saturday, and reporter Austin Fonensteel caught up with the newly crowned prom king and queen, and we took a look at who got hypnotized during after prom.
Last Saturday, April 7th, was the Mulvane High School prom. Prom was a fun night filled with dancing and excitement. Towards the middle of the prom were two seniors, Abby Conrad singing to Love Story and Bianca Kerr to Something Just Like This. Following the performances was the traditional crowning of the prom king and queen. Skylar Darnell was crowned the queen, and Jonathan Hankins was crowned as king. Hankins was not available for an interview, but we got insight on what was going through Darnell's mind.
I was kind of just like, what? And then I was like, okay, I have to walk up on stage now, so I was kind of surprised, I guess. We all talked about before as candidates that the guys were going to kneel and the girl was going to sit. And I thought it was going to be way worse than what it was, like I was going to miss his mouth or something, but it was actually really fun.
During the after prom, several students volunteered to be hypnotized, resulting in an entertaining night.
My favorite part about KCAT was probably whenever they were in paradise on the beach, just relaxing with the sand and their toes and all that.
My favorite part was when Peyton died on the seat. It was pretty funny.
It was funny. The whole thing was my favorite.
It looks like Prom 2018 was a success. Austin Fonensteel, KCAT News.
Thanks, Austin. The art show starts on Friday, and Emily Barker is going to be letting us know what the details are.
The Art and Tech Show is the opportunity for all students throughout our entire school district to have their work displayed. Everything from drawings, paintings, wood and welding projects, and more will be displayed. It will be held at the high school from 6 to 8 tonight. Emily Barker, KCAT News.
Thanks, Emily. This week, Bryn Cole is introducing a new segment called KCAT Music Mix-Up, where we see who knows their new school and sometimes old school hits. KCAT
Music
Mix-Up.
Me and the first roll in the flow. And feeling low.
Do you know who sings this?
No, I don't remember.
Have you ever heard this song before?
It's a club song.
Would you ever listen to it again?
If I don't have to, no.
I remember this song from my daughter's high school experience. It's interesting. I can't say that I've ever chosen to listen to it myself.
Never heard this before.
This is very pretty. I really like the melody. I've never heard it before. I feel like I'm meditating. This is very zen-like. Love songs tend to annoy me a little. This one I find very irritating.
I've never heard of it, but the guy sounds familiar. I thought Keith Urban sang country. That wasn't country.
I still kiss you by the shuffleboard, last call at 2 a.m. Even though
I've not heard this before either. I don't know why he wants to kiss her by the shuffleboard if they break up in the end, but Again, I remember this song from when my daughter was in high school. She and her friends really liked it. I've never listened to it on my own, but I do know the song.
Would you ever listen to it again?
If it magically popped up on my Pandora, maybe. My kids, my oldest daughter and my wife would probably listen to that.
Of course, I've heard this a million times. It's delightful.
No, never heard of it.
Would you ever listen to it again?
Would I? If it magically popped up on my Garth Brooks Pandora station, maybe.
You want to skip it?
I would probably skip it.
her eyes make the stars look like they're shining.
Her hair,
Yes, I've heard this song.
Well, this is Bruno Mars, obviously. No, this is a fun song. I like to believe he wrote it about me.
KCAT
Music
Mix Up. Sprint. On Gabe's Game Recap, Gabe Daniel will be giving us information on soccer, baseball, softball, and golf scores of this week and last.
Thanks, Reagan. The softball teams were in action in Clearwater on April 5th. The varsity team lost a close one the first game 9-8. Then they came back and overcame the Indians, winning 21-5. In the second game, JV won the first 8-6 and then fell 8-3 in the second game. On April 9th, they hosted the Bueller Crusaders, completing a school-wide sweep for softball. Varsity won 15-0 in the first game, then carried it into the second game, winning 17-2. JV also won both games, 8-7 in the first, and then 29-11 in the second. On April 5th, the baseball teams were also in action in Clearwater. The Cats split with them, blanking the Indians 7-0 in the first game, and then they lost 8-6 in the second. They hosted Bueller on April 9th, splitting them as well. The Cats fell in the first game 6-3, then they edged off the Crusaders 2-1 in the second, with Gage Gerlach hitting the walk-off win.
Well, first to get on was Brett Nelson. He got to hit the right field, and then Nathan got to hit the right field too. And then Kyler got walked, so they switched pitchers, and Myers just told me to get the ball to the outfield and try to get in the winning run, and that's what I tried to do, and that's what happened.
Gage is enjoying the season so far, and he believes they will get a few more wins this season.
Just being a part of the team and being with friends and being able to have the chance to start with the team, and I can see us winning quite a bit more games and going to win our league and hopefully winning our regional.
On April 5th, the soccer team has traveled to Bueller. JV won 1-0 and then varsity fell 4-1. But on April 9th, varsity was able to turn it around, winning 3-1 against the Augusta Orioles, with J.C. Johnston scoring 2 goals and Colby McDaniel scoring the other. That's it for this week's edition of Gabe's Game Recap. Gabe Daniel, KCAT News.
Thanks, Gabe. Stay tuned for more of the Music Mix-Up, more scores from all sports, and catching up to see what projects were posted for the art show. Don't forget we don't have school on Monday. It's the last day we don't have school until we get out. As always, thanks for watching and have a good weekend. Prom was last Saturday.
Airdrop is when I come flying at you with my elbow and I smack you directly in the face.
Thanks for watching KCAT.
Thanks for watching KCAT.
Thanks for watching KCAT.
Thanks for watching KCAT.